Hey everybody, it's Ed. Alright, today I am going to make a video that is going to be based on my 10 favorite Elvis Presley album releases post-death. So we're talking everything that was released after August 16th, 1977. Alright, these were RCA releases, RCA / SONY Legacy, however. Not bootlegs, not FTDs, not included in these. Basically, again, just everything that was released by RCA since the death of Elvis Presley. So I picked 10 releases. I'm going to show you each of them, and I'm not going to get too much into depth because whatever I haven't shown in a previous video, I do plan on showing in a future video. So stay tuned for that. You'll probably see my glasses are going to change during the progress of this video. So they will go from dark to light. All right, now I'm going to go in release order. So this was 1980, the silver box set, Elvis Aaron Presley, which commemorated 25 years that Elvis would have been in show business had he still been alive, 1955 to 1980. Great box set. The specifics of what are in this box set, we have early live performance, a monologue, early benefit performance, that was the Hawaii show from '61, collector's gold from movie years, TV specials, Las Vegas years, lost singles, Elvis at the Piano, concert years part 1, and concert years concluded, which is a show from '75, I believe, Texas. And this was the first time that it was released, the show from 1961, the benefit show from Hawaii. So that is definitely a favorite of mine. Great to have. The next one is the then golden box set, Golden Anniversary. This would have celebrated Elvis's 50th birthday. This was released late in 1984, and I believe this is a 6 LP box set. The previous one that I showed was 8 LPs, and this has a lot of early live performances and TV appearances. Again, first time on vinyl, officially released, so good to have due to that. All right, and then 1987 saw the release of this gem, 1969, Year in Review, and this basically collects everything from Elvis's recording sessions from American Sound Studios. So thing that's great about this album too is the unique mixes on a lot of these songs. Quite different than the original masters that you're used to hearing when you play the original albums. So it's a great album, collects everything in one, and love having it, love listening to it. Okay, next one, we have a 1990 release of Elvis, The Great Performances. This is a collection of, well, this is actually from a VHS that was released of around the same time, same name. And this had that video that showed Elvis at the piano doing Unchained Melody, which was different than the version that was released on Moody Blue, and actually wound up being the version that was released on the 45 single. So that is on this LP, and I think that was the first time that that version of Unchained Melody was available on LP, was on this. But again, this was the time when they, were starting the digital, not even starting, but they were heavy into digital remastering and whatever. So it's not a pure analog mix, but it still sounds pretty good. And also, I believe this is the first time that they had My Happiness on an LP. So there you go. So that's from 1990. All right, and then this one. Now, I gotta say, if I had the other 2 boxes, they would probably be on this as well. But this is the 50s Masters. 5, no, not even. Is it? Yeah. How many LPs on here? 1, 2, 6 LPs, 6 LP box set. So this is everything that was on the 50s box set, I believe. A lot of songs on each album. They really place the grooves pretty close together, and again, digitally mastered and all that other garbage. So again, this is not pure analog release, but this was released in 1992. This is printed in Germany. Yeah. So I do believe they did have the 60s and the 70s, but again, I don't think they were U.S. releases. Like this one also was not a U.S. release. Again, this was made in Germany. So I don't know, if I had them, they would have definitely been in the list as well. All right, but good box set. All right, and then the next one is from the year 2000. I did a video showing this not too long ago. So give a breakdown of all the stuff that's in here. This is a 5 LP set of the 3 CD set that was released at the same time for the release of the That's the Way It Is special edition movie, which is the re-edit, recut, whatever you want to call it. The special edition, duh. And yeah, so this LP set is great. You know, if you have the CD set, it's basically the same thing, just in LP form. So the thing that's great about it though is the different album covers. But again, I'm not going to show in this one. So if you're curious to see what all the album covers look like in here, then check out my last video that I did a couple of videos back from this one. All right, then from 2010 we have Viva Elvis. This one, you know, I did a video recently talking about should Elvis's music be tampered with, and you know, to modernize it, and I gave, you know, my opinion on it. But for some reason this one I didn't mind. It is what it is. So there's my family upstairs, you probably heard that. I'm gonna press on. But yeah, so Viva Elvis was a decent release, and I really enjoyed it, and yeah, can't apologize for it. Not everything, but for the most part, some good stuff on here. All right, and then from 2013 we have Elvis At Stax, which basically collects, well, this album doesn't collect everything, but it's a good mix of songs that Elvis recorded at Stax back in 1973, and became 3 different albums, which was Raised on Rock for All Time's Sake, Promised Land, and Good Times. So, yep, good stuff. But this is, again, this isn't everything. If you wanted everything, you need to like the 3 CD set of this. But I'm just going by LP releases. So, all right, a couple more and we're done. All right, well, 2 more. I'm gonna go with this one. Elvis, Merry Christmas Baby. When this was initially released, it was either on red or green vinyl. And this is the red vinyl. And this is a good one because definitely around Christmas time, the thing that I enjoy about this one is it pretty much collects almost everything from Elvis's 2 Christmas albums, the one from '57 and the one from 1971. That I forget, there's like maybe 2 songs that are missing, and we're not even talking about the you know, the more religious ones, the Christmas ones, but I forget exactly which ones are not on here. But again, not enough to where I'm really upset about it, but it has pretty much all the staples. I think the first Noel isn't on here, and one of the Holly Leaves and Christmas Trees. No, that one's on here. I forget what the other one was, but I think they were both from the '71 album. And then again, the stuff that was left off of the 1957 album is mostly side 2, which was, you know, more religious than Christmas. All right, and then the last one is going to be Way Down in the Jungle Room. And again, this is a good collection of songs that Elvis, you know, the last studio recorded songs by Elvis that weren't even in the studio, but in his den, which at the time was just the Den. Wasn't called the Jungle Room back then, but has since become known as the Jungle Room. So here we have the Jungle Room sessions. So these are my 10 favorite Elvis releases post-death that were released by RCA / Sony or Sony Legacy, whatever. All right, but a quick recap. So we have number 10 is Way Down in the Jungle Room. All right. Then we have the Merry Christmas Baby. They have subsequently released this since in just black vinyl, I believe. And then we have Elvis At Stax. And then we have Viva Elvis. And then we have the 2000 special edition box set. Again, this was an overseas release. This was not a US release. This was made in the EU. That's the way it is. And then the 1993 LP box set. Again, this was made in Germany. 6 LPs for the 5 CD box set. I'll make a video showing that as well. All right, and then we have Elvis, the Great Performances. A lot of these you can find relatively cheap. Some of them probably not so cheap. I guess it depends. Year in Review. It's great, really. If you haven't heard this, if you can get it on CD or LP, and you have not heard this and you're a fan of these songs, you got to listen to this. Really good stuff. All right, and then the Golden box set from 1984. And then last was the Elvis Aaron Presley silver box set from 1980. There you have it. All right. So they're my choices for the 10 best releases by RCA for Elvis post